Ooh-ar! Hello, I'm Farmer Yahtzee, and this is my wife, Gabriel.
Hello.
Today we're going to farm our farm on Farming Simulator, a game about farms.
Ah,
I married a Skeksis.
bring me some gingham.
I'll remind you.
Some of those old farming ladies do look like Skeksis.
Somehow I've turned into a pirate now. Arr.
I'm a pirate farmer married to a Skeksis. That's a story.
Yes, so. A pirate farmer? That's, what's his name? Captain Clegg, isn't it? Anyway. My word last time was weed. And a lot of people thought I was going to do a drug reference thing. How immature that would have been.
Particularly because you have no history with drug use.
I've ever smoked the doobie once.
Well, yeah, once.
Yeah, once. Someone passed me it while I was living in a share house. I think that's how 90% of people experience
that was
drugs.
a Queensland share house, wasn't it, too?
Yes, it was.
Yes, that's pretty much, that's everyone's first weed experience.
So here we are on what is ostensibly our farm.
Ooh.
I did a bit of the tutorial. I can't remember what I've done, though.
Where's our farm, Bjorn Water?
Yes, this is it.
Okay.
And,
And we can teleport only to tractors.
yes.
That's kind of a limited
But,
superpower.
hey, we can see ourselves.
Yeah, flannel.
Flannel,
Good choice.
rolled up sleeves.
Gotta roll the sleeves up.
Look a bit like Scott Bio.
Yeah, I actually see that. Kind of in the eye spacing. The
So-
almost but not downs.
So this is the cultivator. We're going to use it to cultivate all of this field. So we can plant stuff on it.
It's looking pretty
So
cultivated.
that nature can grow... No.
Are we
See
doing...
this strip we're at the end of? That's
Yeah.
cultivated land. The rest of it is not cultivated.
Oh, yeah, so there's trees there, so I thought, and like
You can
housing.
you can see the different colours. See, the cultivator is basically readies the land after you've grown one thing on it, so that you can grow another thing on it.
Can you sort of reuse like the husks and bits? Can you use like the bits of your last crop to then?
Yes, you can pick up, depending on the crop, it might leave bits of straw or whatever behind. You can pick that up with a straw baler and use it to create feed and stuff.
Can you dig it into the ground as like a? Oh, okay, so
I don't know, I've played this game for like half an hour. Alright, this is where the action starts.
dun 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 dun.
Shut up, you're ruining it!
I'm making it better.
Shut up! You must remain silent until this
Missed
field
a
is
spot.
ploughed. Shut up! You may consider the ploughed field with awe and respect. Oh, some frame rate spiking.
Yeah, frame rate issues with Farming Simulator. Just
Oh, I think
taxes your rig. It really does.
I think there's something wrong with my sound card.
Need a pretty pro rig to run Farming Simulator. It's a kind of a big deal.
We're having fun! If you're not having fun, there must be something wrong with you. I can't help you. You are beyond me. I see the village fate's in town.
Yes, I didn't win. I didn't lose Silent Chicken. Silent Chicken. What are you planning on planting in this field?
I haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay. What's good for planting in this time of year, Yahtzee?
I don't know.
Okay. Are you one of those, like, wealthy upper middle class people who buys, like, a little farm without knowing what they're doing?
Yes.
This will be great.
I made my money in the city.
Yes.
My wife wanted to move here. I now want to kill myself.
Every day I sit on the tractor and just think of leaning a brick on the accelerator and getting in front of it.
She is always asking me when I'm going to buy her a horse.
Fucking you are a horse.
My dreams alternate between murder and murder-suicide and suicide. Somehow,
Just get a dice.
Somehow the suicide feels the most satisfying because I know she'll be the one left with the fucking accounts.
We're broke, the farm's not making any money, can't even blame it on a dust bowl.
She'll be the one who has to deal with Dave from the produce supplier.
And,
Dave with his rapey eyes and rapey son.
It's a good thing his last name's Raper. That is the last name. There are a few footballers called Raper. That's unfortunate.
Sort of, it makes you wonder. It's like the last few people on Earth who are still called Hitler.
Take that name back, you last few Hitlers. Take it back. It's not Hitler's fault that Hitler ruined Hitler.
I'm guessing those guys are probably never going to open a small business.
I don't know, man, like...
Hitler's painter and decorator company.
Hitler's become like a weird pop culture thing, I think in Thailand or Vietnam, I'm not sure. It's one of the more Southeast Asian nations.
Hitler's gym.
Hitler.
Come to Hitler's gym. Boss, no one's used the showers for the second week running.
Triumph of the Gains.
Come to Hitler's video rental shop. We were doomed from the start.
Hitler's video rental store. Get all the way back to 1995.
Ah. Yes, this is exactly the sort of game I'd want to listen to a podcast while I played. We don't have one, I have you.
And you told me to be quiet, so I was like, you know what, alright.
Well,
There's kind of a gentle zenness to the monotony of the sounds. You know, there's no music. I think that's interesting.
Well, I'm completely buggering up these rows.
Yeah, I was gonna say something, but I figured you noticed.
But how else will we cultivate the land to be cultivated on? So you wanted a game that had weeds in it? We're sorting out a whole field of the buggers.
Suck it, weeds. So was there a different, like in order to make that big square patch already, was there like a different thing, or did that come pre-square?
Yeah, it was pre-squared.
Okay.
There's like pre-plotted fields. You have to plough them.
Yeah, see, I thought you might have already had to have plotted it, but then I realized that that's insanely fucking square.
I thought it was such a shame when I picked weed that I'd already done Harvest Moon. I thought, hey, it's not like that's the only farming simulator game in the world.
Absolutely not.
Because then I went and searched for the words farming simulator and discovered farming simulator. Now, this is actually an incredibly recent game. It was came out October 30th.
Yeah, it's got 2015 at the end of it, which means it's weird. Do you find it odd how video games will do that, like date themselves for the year coming?
Well, Madden's been doing it for decades.
Yeah, and it just seems to only be video games that do that. I just find it kind of odd.
I don't know. What about So I'm trying to think of a film that ends with the year, but I realised that films that we usually consider to be end with a year aren't usually called that because that's their name. It's just because they're named after a different film.
Yeah, it's just
It's just a reboot of a franchise. Like saying Friday the 13th, 2009. They don't call it that. They want everyone to call it Friday the 13th and forget about the previous ones. Good luck with that, Chumley.
Yeah. Ain't gonna happen, champ.
Happens in video games all the time, like Prince of Persia 2009 and like Wolfenstein
Mortal Kombat
2010 or whatever it was.
Yeah. Well, that's a differentiator, though. I mean, that's so we can spot the difference.
Well,
so
there was
38. Why does it say 38?
Well, there was Wolfenstein, and there'd never actually been a previous game called Wolfenstein. There'd been Wolfenstein 3D,
Yeah.
and before that, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. It was the first one to just be called Wolfenstein. Although the fact that there was a 3 in Wolfenstein 3D just kind of muddies the issue further, if you ask me.
Yeah, back when it was telling you that shit was, look at it.
I mean, traditionally, people use 3D when it's the third film in a series, and they made it a 3D film because they're stupid. Like Friday the 13th 3D again.
Was Jaws 3 the 3D one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to remember because that's right, because it was Jaws 4 that had Michael Caine in it for some baffling fucking reason.
Ah, yes. Well, they asked him if he'd seen the film, and he said, no, but I've seen the house he'd bought, and it's lovely, thank you very much. That's a good attitude.
Well,
I
Michael
think.
Caine reminds me of that Monty Python sketch of, the mining son coming home to his acting father, and
Oh yes.
he's just...
Tungsten carbide drills. What the hell's tungsten carbide drills?
La-di-da. It's a simple inversion, but God, it's funny. And just, Michael Caine's a working actor. It's like, you get given a job. I mean, probably not these days, because he's old and fuck it, but...
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off, Mr. Wayne. Yeah, he's not what I'd classify as the actor kind of actor that we discussed last week.
No.
He plays Michael Caine. But what a character.
Yeah, if you ever need Michael Caine for a picture, fucking Michael Caine.
Yeah. Read any good books lately?
I'm reading Patton Oswalt's little sort of... It's kind of like maybe an autobiography? Sort of autobiographical.
Well, there's a simple test for whether or not it's an autobiography. Is it a book about himself, written by the person it's about?
Yes.
Then it's an autobiography,
Well,
isn't
it's...
Is it fictional?
No, but
then it's an autobiography.
The chapters do have big fictional chunks. Like, he'll just take diversions to then write, like, just almost sort of sketches or other weird things. So it's kind of like a...
But what is the ultimate goal of the book?
I don't know. I haven't finished it yet.
I'm going to say it's an autobiography.
Well,
then.
yeah, but it has so many elements of other in
Does
it.
he talk about his life?
Yeah.
Autobiography.
Well, I'm just saying it has a lot of elements of other things, which sort of makes it unique for
Well,
at least
fuck
out of
him.
autobiographies that I've read.
Fuck him for trying to be all different and cool.
How fucking that's so Patton. Oh, that's just so fucking Patton. You jerk.
He's just trying to appeal to them autobiography hipsters. Saying, yeah, it's a whole new different kind of autobiography. You probably wouldn't get it.
It's very complicated. At least 30 pages of just drawings of dicks. I don't even explain it. Don't have to. Fuck you.
I've been reading The Jennifer Morgue by Charles Stross.
That's an interesting title.
Doesn't seem to have much to do with what's going on in it.
What's it about?
It's like the second book in the Laundry Files series, which is about a bureaucratic anti-paranormal agency based out of Britain. And I think I talked about it earlier. I read the first book is about this sort of like IT tech guy who was also a paranormal secret agent and kind of treats it like IT tech. Like the concepts of programming and stuff applied to
magic
and that sort of thing.
That's kind of neat. Fun books, good protagonists, pulpy fun, or
Yeah, it's quite fun. It gets a bit like hard to follow at times because it does get kind of technical in its paranormal way.
sounds like a laugh. I'm looking forward to getting back into leisure reading again now that I got a bit of time coming up.
Yes. You lazy student. Lazy bludging student.
Lazy bludging student.
You don't even want to make money.
Lazy student. Well, no, I'm just content with very little. I'm very simple. Simple that way.
Now, viewers, how many of you out there are thinking, oh, he's getting quite near the end of this field. Then things will really hot up. You are thinking in entirely the wrong terms.
You want excitement? You want action? Tough shit! This is Farming Simulator 2015. Yahtzee has to come in and talk to me, his wife, for the next 30 minutes of gameplay.
I like to think I am training the viewers to be excited by getting to the end of this field.
This is slavering Pavlovian. Something is gonna happen.
This is how mind control works. Who knows what large, heavy vehicle we will be moving to after this one's finished.
Teleport to the thresher.
Oh, can you handle the excitement?
Can you drive the tractor slower? Like, can you shift down a gear and maybe, like, just... There we go. We don't want to give them too much at once, yeah, that's it.
No, I want to keep things efficient.
Pure German efficiency.
Stay efficient, healthy mind, healthy body.
This is one of those things that's made in Germany or something, isn't it?
Tidy desk, tidy mind. I don't know. I mean,
aren't most of the farming sims made in Germany?
Well, the first level is set in, I think, Scandiwigi somewhere.
Scandawigia.
So maybe it's a Scandiwigi game.
Well, with my vague knowledge of North European ethnicities and nations, I'll just say it's the same damn thing. and not upset anyone whatsoever.
Yeah.
We should tease more countries to find out like where people watch this from.
Because that's not like saying China, Japan, it's all slitty eyes, right?
Seemed perfectly happy to do that when they, made The Karate Kid in China about kung fu with Chinese people.
Yeah, it's not the same thing.
It's weird.
Will Smith ain't got time to commit to memory this kind of thing.
To Google anything.
He's got to pay for all his family members to be famous.
That poor talentless lump Jaden Smith can't do it on his own.
You're going to be in this great sci-fi film that M. Night Shyamalan's going to direct, and it's going to be great, and you're going to like it, you little git.
Enjoy, my son. Enjoy. In 20 years, we will breed him with Suri Cruise and create the Kwisatz Haderach.
I work my fingers to the bone to include you in my hideous, unsustainable life.
Take that.
This is plot 38, according to the minimap.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of plots.
Perhaps we should cultivate all the plots before we continue.
That's a good idea, because you want to get the...
You want to make the most out of things.
Yeah. You've already got the machine out. Like, you'd have to go back to the shed, swap shit around. That's just wasting time.
You want to work efficiently.
Yep. Have the tool out, use it once.
Someday I dream of owning a chicken.
Can you drive the tractor off the cliff?
Probably. Are you saying we should do that?
Oh, no.
Good. I mean, you may be my wife, but that doesn't mean you have to excite me at any point.
No, I'm going back to the house to cover myself in 8 layers of drab.
At some point, you will be permitted to wear a lace nightie so that we may conceive the first farmhand. Until that point, get squeezing them cows' teats, woman.
We'll briefly push the beds together.
Get out the sheet with a hole in it.
The sheet with the hole in it. Ghost fucking.
Ain't fucking no ghost. Them kinky lads.
I've been playing Ghostbusters.
You hope for a nice Victorian ghost, but then you get like a Renaissance ghost.
Filthy whores.
Oh, that's the harvester. We don't need that.
I ain't harvesting yet. Alright, how do you move plots?
This is what we wanted.
Okay, so we're over on the other plot now.
This is the seed spreader.
Oh, okay.
Let's lift that sower.
The penis of the farm.
Okay. Now, where's the map?
Let us. It's down.
Who cares? We'll just remember where plot 39 was. Do you remember where plot 39 was?
I don't know where. Like, we're fairly oddly far away from where we were last time, I think.
Okay.
Because we're at 29 now, and that's like a whole 10 fucking... Jesus. This is a big fucking farm.
Where's the map? That's not the map. Oh, hang on. Toggle map view. Aha!
Jesus.
Yeah, that is quite a big farm, isn't it? Right, plot 39. 38. 39.
Garden center.
Yeah, we want to go...
Wow, we were all the way down over at 39. That's a while away.
Oh, no, wait. Was it 39 or 38 we just did?
Oh, yeah, it was 38. We're now 39.
Hang on, let me double check that.
Yeah, 38.
Yes. Right. Off to adventure.
Now let's plant some soybeans.
So how about that gaming news then? Whoa, this is a fast vehicle.
Yeah. Careful there, Mr. Crazy.
Where are we going? Yeah, let's follow this road. So anyway, there's some talk about GTA5 that's coming out for the Xbone and the Piss Poor and the PC soon. I wonder which will be the best version. Hint, it will be the PC version.
That depends on whether or not Ubisoft's handling the port.
Who is handling the port?
I don't know, but having just gone through the excruciating trial that is The Evil Within, both first the port of it and then the actual game itself.
See, that worked perfectly on my computer.
Oh, I had nothing but
Advanced
trouble.
Warfare, that buggered up straight away. Yeah, I had to go out and buy the PS4 version instead.
Did you press F to fix?
No. In retrospect, perhaps that was my undoing.
Yeah, see, that's... It's in the tutorial.
Okay, well, this road doesn't actually lead to the field, but fuck it.
Oh god, adventure!
Yes.
I'm not ready for this, this is too exciting.
Hold together, wife.
Ah!
This is why I'm the man of the house.
Clenching my kegels in terror.
There we go.
Oh, that was relatively simple.
Now to sow some shit.
Yeah. My seed is pure.
You don't have seeds.
My eggs are good.
That'll do.
They're
Right.
fresh.
Select seed. Do we want whatever that is, whatever that is, whatever that is, whatever
Corn.
that is,
Go
or
corn. I
whatever that
recognize
is?
corn. That's wheat.
I think that's canola. Don't know what
Just
that is.
some grass.
That's corn, yes. That's beets, perhaps?
Wheat.
Okay, let's do corn.
Good old corn. Because you can sell that as a food, or for high fructose corn syrup for barge-ass Americans.
Now we lower the sower. Faux shower.
Get it in there good.
Then we turn on the sower. And then we get sowing. Yes, we're back to this. This is exactly what I wanted.
Alright, Farming Simulator. Look, there's a camera angle issue with this, I think. I can't really see the sowing, you know?
How's this?
Hey, there we go. Look at that.
So the thing I picked up on reading about the GTA 5 port is that out of nowhere it's going to have a first-person mode.
Fuck it, why not? It's the PC. We can do things like that.
Well, it's PS4 and Xbone as well.
Oh, so they're putting it on all of it.
Yep.
That is interesting.
Well, it will be the first GTA game to get a first-person mode.
I've played mods, but yeah.
I wonder about the purpose behind it.
Do you think there could be a greater purpose, or if it's just funsies?
Well, it might be because they want people to, like, get tricked into thinking they're playing Payday the Heist.
Or just a new game.
Yeah. They'll get a whole new spin on it. I remember reading like one of the developers saying, "See how I magically teleport from vehicle to vehicle." One of the developers was saying that...
Tractor port.
He was describing the first-person mode in a way that screamed, "I have been told to say this." With such sentiments as, "Yeah, it's a real in-your-face experience." And shit.
I don't think you got the thing on.
No. Why is the sower turned off?
I think it just turns off automatically when you teleport.
Ah, probably, yeah. There we go. That one square of land will not have corn on it. That will be the designated free space.
That can be where we put the totem for the fertility gods.
I thought you were a good Protestant lady.
Nope.
Damn it, what are you doing in my nudist farm cult?
Gonna go masturbate in the fields to promote fertility.
Well, I'm gonna go give that dowry back to your dad. As soon as we're done here.
He's already eaten the goat.
That makes no sense.
Did you say give the... I thought you were supposed to get the dowry back from my dad. You don't give it back to him.
No, the husband gets the dowry.
Does he?
Yes.
I thought you were supposed to give a dowry to get a girl.
It's like the father gives, like, pays the husband the dowry to, like, ensure the wife will get a good life.
Huh.
Or something like that.
I'll look that up, I'm curious now.
Actually, I might be wrong there, thinking about it.
Yeah, because I thought the whole point was you had to buy your wife, essentially.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like, I think the husband has to pay the dowry to prove he's a good provider. Or
Yeah,
some
like,
shit.
look, I've got, like, goats and shit.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
Goats.
The thing about first person and third person is that I don't think you should switch between them lightly. And I think you need to think carefully about what sort of game you're making when you do that.
I found it weirdly easy to do in some of the Hitman games.
Well, yes, because that's got a sort of mix of gameplay styles.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
I suppose GTA does as well. What I've observed is that the first-person mode is best suited for games which are focused on what the player is aiming at, such as shooters. And the third-person mode is best suited for games based more around the immediate area around the player, such as beat-em-ups and stuff. I played first-person beat-em-ups. Like
What first-person beat 'em ups?
what's that one called? Xenoclash.
Huh. Gotta look that up.
Yes, and it's kind of shit for the fact that you can't tell
Really?
your immediate scenario.
Yeah.
It's much better for platforming as well to be able to understand your immediate surroundings. Because in first person, your feet sort of occupy a hypothetical nether space.
That you have to slowly learn through trial and error.
Yes, it's the old refrigerator box problem. First person game, you are controlling a man wearing a refrigerator box and looking out of it with a small slit.
Hello, you can't get me in my box. Hey, there's another car. Off in the distance over there.
Who cares? They're not part of our little world.
I wonder if he'll come and buy some of my regional jams.
They're like insurance and hospitals. Not part of our world out here. You break your leg, you will get something to bite down upon and a bit of wall to snap it back into place against. That's our fucking healthcare plan.
What's up? What's our postnatal care? Having more children for when the other ones die. Just keep them coming.
If there's a serious blood clot in your leg, you get the afternoon off.
To cut your leg off.
You're also given a toothbrush so that you can clean your teeth before you have to gnaw it from your body.
Just like the foxes in my damn traps.
Yeah, I've probably run over like 6 of those so far.
Ah, mulch and fertilizer.
Yeah, you know, all those vegans who only eat processed farm wheat and stuff. Like the number of animals that have probably died under the combine harvester would probably make your hair turn white. It's true, look it up.
Huh. Everything is murder.
Of course. That's life on Earth for you, bitch. Make room or get out of the way. Actually, they both mean the same thing. Get out of the way or get in our tummies.
Get out of the way or please leave. Shove on or bugger off.
I don't think there's much platforming in GTA.
What little I played of GTA5, the shooting seems to be a little more aggressive. Like, you die a little quicker, I noticed, than in ones prior.
Can't say I noticed that.
Although I was playing online, so maybe that was...
I wasn't a big fan of GTA 5 anyway. Just found it, like, it wasn't focused enough. It was just a whole load of stuff to do with no real coherent connection between it all. And the characters were all completely unlikable.
They've been kind of, hurtling pell-mell toward that, though, of just being a weird kind of everything sim. It's like, what can I do? You can golf, you can bowl, you can play darts.
Well, that's fine, but that's different to having, a coherent sense of wholeness.
No, I know, but that's...
it's so easy to sort of marry all the mechanics in the game. You just have each mechanic, in some way, give you a reward that is in some way universal. Like, money is the obvious example.
Yeah.
Like, everything gives you a bit of money. Tournament. Every activity earns you money, and the money, in the end, goes towards buying yourself more gameplay and stuff. A lot of sandbox games make the mistake of just running out of stuff to buy. And after that, there's no point doing anything. Or they make the mistakes like the Assassin's Creed games make, where you buy stuff, but the only things you can buy ensure you get more money.
Like I remember killing all the gold sculpture and
I swear, if you don't stop smacking your chops at the start of every sentence, I'm going to fucking take it off you.
My lips are chapped.
Well, you didn't need to fucking go...
Well, I'm drinking coffee.
Well, don't then. It's really
it's a little
obnoxious.
creamy, and it, like, sticks. So I get this kind of, like, mucusy build-up.
I refuse to accept for that reason. It is impossible for you to start a sentence without smacking your chops.
Well, if I keep my mouth shut for a while, it kind of glues. 7-Eleven Automac coffee.
Yes, because you're a cheapskate.
Well, that and it's there. We go to the 7-Eleven before we do these things. You get your cookie. What did you get today?
I got a
healthy cookie.
Dried choc banana protein slice.
Healthy cookie.
Yes.
Sweet, delicious, healthy cookie.
Don't say cookie, that's American language.
Lump.
Biscuit.
I thought cookies and biscuits were different things.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, in America, yes.
Alright.
But in Britain, a biscuit is what the Americans consider a cookie. In America, a biscuit is more like what the British consider a scone.
Ah. Do you pronounce it scone or scone?
I say scone.
Huh.
It's a, regional thing.
Oh, okay. So, like, sort of a mid-northerner kind of...
I don't know.
Oh, I'm asking you because you're from those regions. I don't know anything about England's
I'd
regions.
say, if anything, scone will probably be from a more northern dialect, because that tends to favour the shorter vowel, like bath or grass, rather than bath and grass.
Bath. I don't know, I think first person could work for what I recall of GTA.
Oh, I'm sure it could, because the game's so fucking bland.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not for driving, though. I don't think first person works in driving.
Really?
No.
I hate driving third person. Bugs me the shit out of me.
Well,
I like
the thing about driving is that you sort of, again, need to be aware of your entire self. And when you're driving, your entire self is a very big thing.
Yeah.
Like this wouldn't be much... This wouldn't be easy if it was first person when we were driving as well. When we leave the vehicles, it goes to first person. But if we were driving, we wouldn't be able to tell what sort of line we were making behind us.
Well, yeah, but this has a very different goal to just transport, you know. We're not just driving around.
But I noticed a problem with Far Cry 3, that I was always sliding off the roads because I was always slightly misjudging how far along the road I was.
Really?
In my big car.
That might be a little bit of a you thing.
That might be related to the fact that I don't drive in the real life.
Yeah.
I really don't like first-person driving, though.
I don't know. See, I quite enjoy it because I think it sort of closer simulates the actual...
Well, you don't drive either.
No, but that's why I like the... You know, it's like, oh, I'm driving, Daddy. I get to pretend. Like, a first person, but a bit closer.
I see. Although, having said that, I did play Euro Truck Simulator first person.
Yeah. You did make a job of the parking.
Yes, but cut me some slack.
Well, yeah, you were driving a fucking truck.
Yes, those things are complex beasts. They need...
It takes a real man to drive a truck.
Yeah, they need experienced man to tickle that old girl.
What are houses? What are these houses for?
Farm hands to work. Maybe they're all my houses. I just alternate which one I sleep in.
One's just a giant room full of pillows for pillow fighting.
I'm a rich, upper middle class man.
Yeah. You don't even sell half the shit you grow the government gives you, like...
I'm going to make chutney and sell it as organic to posh shops and make a fucking packet.
Farmer Yahtzee's delicious chutney.
Those marquees kind of drive me mad. What are they for?
Huh?
Those marquees.
They're for the festival of chutney.
There is no festival. There is just endlessly ploughing rows. Again. And again. And again.
And people wonder why Australia's regional centres are dying.
Well, because of Tony Abbott.
Let's just go with that.
It's probably fair to blame him for whatever.
Stubbed my toe. Thanks, Abbott.
Yeah. Maybe you hadn't murdered all those immigrants. Perhaps we wouldn't have gotten a death curse from the gypsies.
Fucking... He looks gecko-y to me. Every time I see him, I just always think gecko.
Well, I'm not sure I'm with that, but he certainly doesn't look like a human being. He looks like his face is a gimp mask with a zipper mouth.
Goes home and just touches his face in the mirror for hours.
Oh, yeah. We've done most of the field. Hope it never stops.
A lot of people talk about how they like watch these as they go to sleep, and I think this one's going to be the absolute creme de la creme of that.
Let's assume they've already fallen asleep and try to shape their nightmares. What's that noise? Who's that coming in the door? It's Pinhead from Hellraiser with his knob out.
What's Pinhead's knob look like?
Pinny?
Pinny itself, or Pinny in that it has pins
probably
in it?
Safe to assume there's pins in it. I mean, you know, don't you, sleeping listener who is now dreaming it? It's dreaming it as it comes closer and closer to your face.
I bet it looks like the mouth of the Ultra Vampires from, like, Blade 3.
You want to turn away, and yet
up.
your fascination forces you to stay in one spot. As it nears ever closer to your lips, you can feel the tang of tetanus on your lips.
Do the voice.
I can't do a Pinhead voice.
You've done a reasonable Pinhead before.
Well, it's just sort of generic, we want the man who did this sort of thing.
You know they're making another one.
I'm
It's
sure they
apparently-
are. They
No, but-
never stopped, did they?
No, they sort of did, and then they made one, like, straight-to-video, filmed on a phone, turd one, just to keep the copyright, and now
Didn't
they've
they-
actually got Clive Barker writing
Pretty
the
sure they
reboot.
made 5 straight-to-video shitty ones.
Oh, no, the last one didn't even have...
Basically everything after Hellraiser 2.
Yeah, the final one didn't even have, what's his name is...
Doug Bradley.
Doug Bradley, that's it.
Who'd they have then?
Just some guy, and it was, like...
Richard O'Brien?
No. Although, yeah,
Yeah,
he actually, yeah.
he'd be good. I'm surprised Michael Bay hasn't produced a remake.
Well, that's the thing, they
He's
wanted to
produced
keep
a remake
hold...
of fucking everything else.
I can't remember the name of the company that has the rights, but they made the last turd movie to keep a hold of the rights, and now Clive Barker's doing the new one. So
New Line Cinema, isn't it?
probably, yeah, if you say so.
Probably not, actually.
But yeah, Clive Barker's doing it, so he's actually...
You know they were going to do an ending for Freddy vs. Jason where Pinhead came into it.
That would have been fun.
Well, they didn't really want to, pay the rights to the character, and they didn't think he was as iconic as the other two.
Ah, he's got pins in his head.
So what they were going to do is they're going to have Jason and Freddy fighting each other in hell, and then like hook chains come in and pull them apart, and Pinhead comes in and goes, "Now what seems to be the problem?"
Well, I can't even do it. What's all this then? As I imagine him saying that.
What's all this then?
The other rumor was they were going to have them all then fight Ash.
Yes, I think that has the same problem. The character's not as iconic, and they did that in comic books anyway, and they were shit.
Yeah, I didn't even know there were comics of it.
Yes, they were. I mean, I guess they were as good as you could expect from that whole concept.
See,
I mean, when you're doing that whole crossover thing, I think Aliens vs. Predator has the same issue, that they keep having trouble finding things for everyone to do. The Predator, especially in the Aliens vs. Predator, it's always Alien vs. Predator versus Marines as well.
and the humans! Yeah!
And I've always found the Predator sort of like having trouble finding stuff to do in those games. Like there's the one token boss fight in like the Marine campaign. And most of the time it's just all aliens all the time.
I think one of the things that bugged me about the first Alien vs. Predator movie was like, most of the Predators were incompetent. It was like there was like Predators all there
Well,
for like their training. It was like they're getting their P plates or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, be fair. I mean, if they were competent, they wouldn't have to rely on their gadgets all the time, wouldn't they? That always struck me as bullshit, The race that sort of prides itself on being the perfect hunters relies on a cloak, a fucking sniper rifle, fucking explosives, fucking everything.
To be fair, that's pretty much what humans do. A rifle with a scope versus a deer.
Well, yes.
Deer doesn't even understand the concept of scope, gunpowder, or rifle. Just sitting there, fuck, and then it's like brains just a bit gone.
Now I'm just picturing a group of predators all wearing plaid shirts and trucker hats.
Yeah, just hillbillies. Intergalactic hillbillies. Go on Earth for some hunting.
Yeah. We're gonna bag ourselves in a fine accountant.
Yeah, like some big mandibled hipster predators that are protesting it, like the fox hunts. Humans are things. Humans are people too. We have feelings.
Well, while we're on the subject of films, Star Wars 7 has a subtitle now.
The Force wakes up from its nap.
The Force Awakens. So, I guess the Force kind of fucked off after
Dozed.
the last Star Wars film. Well, the third Star Wars film.
Well, I suppose there was only really, by the end of that, there was only really one Force user.
Well, yes.
Not if you count the expanded... Shut up.
I was about to say, yeah.
Expanded universe has been deleted. Make your peace with that and move on.
Well, I think it's fair to say the first thing they want to do is distance themselves from the prequels entirely.
Oh, yeah.
And, I think the only, fully branching thing that connects all of Star Wars is the Force. And when I first heard the subtitle The Force Awakens, that actually gave me thought. I mean, the whole plot of the prequel trilogies is like Darth Vader is created by the Force, like Jesus,
Force Christ.
because George Lucas is a shitty hack writer who is just, doing the thing where a prequel exists only to try to set up the originals.
And no one around him said anything.
And everything just goes towards finding the final puzzle pieces for this big, all-important or universal thing that is basically just a bunch of dirty dudes having a scrap.
That documentary where you see them sort of watch the film for the first time, and you just see the faces, and this is terror. It's just horror on these people's faces. It occurred to me,
does the Force have a will? I mean, they talk about like the will of the Force to explain all the fucking plot. Oh, hey, I can jump on the ropes.
Hello.
Wait, now we're having fun. Now to sit and wait for the crop to come up.
Oi, corn! Get up, you fucker!
Shut up, you scared it off. It was just ready to come up. Yes, I mean, does the Force have an intelligence? And if it like created Darth Vader for some kind of, in pursuit of some kind of agenda of its own, is there something that's come up that has caused a new agenda to come up?
My name is Force Betty.
I mean, is this why the Force is awakening? Ooh, speculation. Why am I asking you?
Yeah, I know, I haven't...
Yeah, you're not writing the film, are you?
No.
We'll
I'll
speculate.
put this into my notes. Me and J.J. Abrams will chat.
Okay, if you were doing a plot for a new Star Wars film, what would it be?
Well, I mean, I think there's a tension between wanting to make it something that is actually new, but while, you can't just sort of walk off in a complete different direction, because I think that'll freak people out.
You're doing that thing again, where you just discuss the philosophy of the question without answering the bloody question.
Well, no, I'm getting to my fucking answer.
Well, fine. Look. This is some advice I once heard given to politicians on television. If you're asked a yes or no question, the first thing that comes out of your mouth should be yes or no. And after you've said yes or no, you have earned the right to elaborate, because you've said yes or no. I want you to consider that philosophy.
Did you ask me a yes or no question?
No, I asked you a question that had a straight answer. What would be the plot of your Star Wars film? And once you have said that, then you can elaborate, because you have earned the right to.
I haven't really thought about it, so it's not like I've sat at home and gone, God,
improv. Yeah. Have a laugh with it. Be fun.
It would be...
Populate the dreams of our sleeping listeners. What? I'll look for something else to do in this farm.
Well, I mean, what's his name? Like, Leia and Han's kids are probably an obvious start.
Okay. What if Leia actually turned out to be barren? Would Han now be very bitter and old?
Would he use like robot technology and fix a uterus right up?
Would he take up drinking? Well,
what kind of space drugs are there in the
Well, you say
universe?
that, but fucking Luke and Leia's mum died the instant she gave birth.
That's kind of a weird thing that there's still, like, I
mean, it is sort of, sci-fi Middle Ages.
I know, it's sort of weird. It's like, we can bend space.
Yeah, we can travel faster than light.
But, dying during childbirth is still a thing. Really?
Maybe they just have a society that doesn't sanctify life. They're in a society that, as you might expect from a society where such a thing as magic exists, life might be a bit cheap in this universe.
Well, just the sheer volume of things.
And the fact that people can come back as Force ghosts, that implies that maybe death isn't that big a deal in this universe. It's just a transcending one phase of existence to another.
What happens to the people who don't come back as Force ghosts, though? Like, who didn't maybe engage
I don't know,
with
maybe
the
they
Force
just hang about in the afterlife, which is a different plane of existence. The Force ghosts are just people who want to, advise the people who are still alive in the other plane.
They can, like, see the door and just go,
yeah,
they can
pop back. They can pop out of the summer camp that is the afterlife. There's like a little doorway behind the swings.
Every time they come back, it's like, holding a drink. What are you doing back there? You'll see.
Okay.
What's the biomass heating plant?
I don't know, but I'm intrigued. Let's go and look at it. And then we'll come back to our field and see if anything's come up.
Better have, like, big Umbrella Corporation logos on it.
Yes. That's where they keep the Shoggoth.
I'd keep it as a very simple adventure film, like a simple goal, don't get too close.
Well, yeah, I wish they'd follow that directive when they were making the fucking prequels.
Well, yeah, I mean, don't get too into the fucking deep into the canon. Just out of the gate, this has to be a decent fucking A to B film.
Yeah,
You know, give us a story.
should have been, here's a big villain, here's the plucky hero.
Yeah.
Then work from that.
And don't make it twisty. Like, don't trip over yourself with twists. Just
Like, consider like the Mr. Plinkett review of The Phantom Menace. Who was the protagonist of The Phantom Menace? There wasn't one. There was no character whose journey we followed.
tariffs.
And shit like that. There was no clear villain either. I mean, Count Dooku. Who the fuck was Count Dooku?
well,
Was
you
he
can
a
tell
villain?
he's evil because he's named Count and is played by Christopher Lee.
But he seemed to have, like, sort of weird motives or something.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I'm agreeing with you. But it's fucking stupid. But you know, this is the mentality that they fucking seem to be going into it with. Is, well, there's obviously a villain. It's Christopher Lee, and he's got a red lightsaber, and he talks in a menacing manner and lurks.
There's an icon here with chickens on it. I'm going to look at it. Do I have chickens?
There's like steam. It's in. I think that's it there. Like the little.
I see.
What is that?
Aha!
Is that like a smokehouse? Oh, do you have a smokehouse?
No, this is a yard where chickens are kept.
Oh no, just back there. There was.
Ah, yes, there are chickens
Hey,
here.
look!
Hey, we've got a cock.
An actual other thing.
That's
Can
a
we chase
big.
it?
That's a big fat cock we've got.
So many colors.
All the girls are impressed by my big fat colourful cock.
I love that. Like in farming circles, female like chickens are called pullets.
Oh right, we don't have any female chickens.
Ah, poor lonely man.
So where
Get
do
him
we?
some poontang.
Yeah, where do we go to buy chickens?
No earthly idea.
I think you do that from the. I think you buy stuff from the telephones,
Shipping office, maybe?
as you would.
Hello, send me some chickens.
12:30 on day one. Planted a field. Bought some chickens. This is way faster than Harvest Moon.
And you've already got a wife.
Yes.
Fucking
Although,
just-
frankly, I'm willing to trade up any time a better offer comes along.
No. You'll never find another woman to put up with the weird things you like.
Fertilizer? I ain't got no fertilizer. I ain't got no cows. I need their poo.
I like that voice. That voice makes me giggle.
I ain't got no fertilizer. Mrs. Grundy.
Force Awakens. I like the. I mean, I really don't want the Force to have. I think they should step away from that idea. The idea of the Force being such a, of having a will or a character.
Yeah.
I think the idea of, the Force making Anakin was fucking stupid.
Well, personally, I think a strong story is one that's driven by the decisions of characters rather than coincidence.
Well, yeah, that's.
So if the Force does have some sort of awareness, then perhaps that would be something worth exploring.
Well, I mean, you could do it as a thing to explain some of the existing coincidences in the universe, but I'd maybe leave that to the second or third film. Like, again, I think this needs to be a real basic. Someone's taken something or is doing something, it has to be taken back or stopped. Just a nice basic film set in the Star Wars universe. I mean, really, like when at the moment it's going to be compared to the prequels, and simple but effective, I think will compare favorably.
Where do you buy chickens?
Right, so commodities. Do I use for what? Hello, help me! I run a farm.
Chickens are the easiest animals to keep, not the easiest ones to buy.
Can I have some? No. Why? Reasons. Check the map. Maybe there's like a chickenarium or some shit. Hey, okay, over on the far left, there's a chicken on an egg.
Ha. Also, there's a basket, which implies a shop.
And with the word shop under it, which means shop.
All right, let's head along to this shop then.
Okay.
All right, we're farmers.
We know our way around our own farm. Our own vast farm.
Perhaps we could cultivate moisture.
Some seaches.
Just like Luke Skywalker's family.
That'll be a thing out in Australia one day. I hope they don't have... I hope they don't rub, the old cast members in our face. I really hope it's used very sparingly.
I'm pretty sure they will. I'm pretty sure this series is just gonna fucking wallow in the originals all the long day. They're just gonna go, hey, remember this? Buy our products.
Luke.
C-3PO's in it. Bye, you sheep.
I don't actually like stories. I've made more of my money on merchandise. That's all I understand or care about.
It's like they had Leonard Nimoy in the Star Trek reboot.
Terrible.
Thing.
Terrible idea.
But they didn't have William Shatner in there as well. And that was a smart move, I thought, for whatever you think of the film, because if you'd had Shatner and Liam Nimoy, they would have overshadowed the new heroes.
Well, I think they're gonna plonk Shatner in the third one.
Well, they're desperate.
Yeah,
That's what you do. Suddenly the ideas that seemed stupid...
Jump out in front of the car and end it all.
No.
Shit.
The chickens need me. Tiptoe through the tulips. Na 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 na. Do 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 do.
Can you get your voice that high?
What?
Like, for the, the real... That was marvellous.
That's about as high as I go. Do re mi fa sol la ti do.
The sound of one prostitute
Do re
suffocating.
mi fa sol la ti do. Yeah, that was strange.
Yeah. All right.
If I put more air through the flow, it gains more power. Wait a minute. This is one of my vehicles. I could have just tabbed here. Well.
Oh well.
Sell vehicle direct. I don't want to sell vehicle. I want to enter the shop.
No, you entered the vehicle. Drive the vehicle away. Maybe that's a place where you just sell and buy vehicles.
Presumably. So I'm going to drive it away and then just go back to the shop.
Oh, there is a run button. Is there a stamina meter?
I don't want to sell vehicles. Well,
right.
Well, why did it say shop then when it is exclusively
It's
for
just
selling
vehicles.
things too?
Could have said vehicle shop, you jerks.
Are
Fuck
you
it. Okay,
mental?
sprint over to the chicken on top of the egg on the map. It's west.
Oh, wait, hang on. What's this?
I don't know, touch it.
It's a vehicle shop,
Brands.
not a livestock shop.
Ah.
Oh, hey, you
Buy a
can buy it.
chainsaw.
You can buy, oh, wait, animals.
Placeables.
Click, then have to click on select category. That is fucking dumb. I got tons of cash. I'm going to buy all the chickens. Yeah, more.
Alright, there's gotta be a way to buy more than just one at a goddamn time. That's
more. More.
ridiculous. Okay, spend all of your money on chickens. There's gotta be a thing, like, look around and...
I'm not sure I've got the patience to. I got shit tons of
There's
money.
gotta be a way of buying more than one thing at once, because that's mental.
I was going to buy a sheep. I don't know why.
Well, as a friend for the chickens.
Oh, yeah, obviously. I suppose I should buy something.
Chainsaw.
How do you feed sheep? With
Feeding
technology.
Coon.
Coon.
Okay.
Coon's the cheese.
I love that there's a cheese called coon.
Okay, this machine takes stray straw bales and uses them to cover the ground. Well, we'd need a straw baler first, and more to the point, we'd need straw.
This is how they get you. This is how they fucking get you.
I think you only get straw by cultivating certain
Hey,
crops.
check sales. You can get something cheap. Oh well, fuck you then, sales.
What the hell's a tedder?
I don't know. Click. That is a fucking... What does that do?
I think that's just how you decorate the farm at Christmas.
Wait, it said at the bottom, like... A tedder turns grass around. Huh. That looks...
Okay, I'm not sure we're going to be getting into the drug trade that quickly.
I don't want to go near that thing. Yeah!
Yeah, you know what? I just want one.
Yeah,
I
just...
don't even know what to do with it.
Okay,
Oh.
go see if you can cut down a tree. Like, just go cut down a tree.
Where's that sheep I bought?
Alright, let's see. Come on. Holy crap, you can just equip a chainsaw.
Whoa! Oh, this is the best game.
Not because it's a game that has a chainsaw in it, it's because it's a game that has a chainsaw that has a legitimate use that you are going to... Well, that's just sad.
You win this round,
Can you walk
tree.
through it? Like, is the tree clip at all? Click the mouse button, maybe? One of the buttons? Oh.
I'm holding it down. Okay, you know what? This probably isn't my tree. They probably have rules for that sort of thing.
That was fucking disappointing. I am not gonna lie.
Let's find a tree that is mine. I guess the green stuff is
Go
mine.
hit a chicken with it or something. It won't let you.
Right, where...
This is not a simulator. I can't go on a batshit insane chainsaw rampage.
Where are the sheep stored, I wonder?
Wait.
Let's go back to the farm and find out.
Truck teleport, activate.
Path.
Okay. Go left for chickens.
Blimey, we've done 55 minutes.
Oh, really?
That's how interesting farming is.
How strange.
Why don't we answer some audience questions?
Yeah, that'll kill some time. That's just the room. Don't ask what goes on in there.
Yes. Why is there a hockey mask on the wall?
What is your favorite evil corporation by Shitprick?
Oh,
Okay.
Gotta be Wayland Yutani.
That's a good choice. I'm gonna go Umbrella just for sheer comedic value.
They're just terribly written. I think Wayland Yutani are really committed to being fucking evil. And it's like Alien 3, where the Wayland Yutani exec shows up. And, you know, they want an alien specimen beyond the past of logic. Beyond the point of logic. They want one so badly. And with an almost religious fervor.
And I mean, really, like, at that point, what for? Like, what are you doing?
I don't think even they know.
Because, I mean, there's...
I think maybe it's like the middle management thing.
It's like it's a weapon, and it's like, you can crack planets from space. Like, what
Yeah.
do you really... Oh, look, your chickens.
Yes!
Now watch them hump.
I bet that cock can't believe his
Get
luck.
the chainsaw out and see what happens.
Hey, girls! Working hard or hardly working?
Roasting! It doesn't have a front.
Hang on.
You have to, like, buy the chainsaw fronts separately.
I'm sure it's got a blade in there somewhere.
It doesn't look like it has one. It looks like a bladeless... That's one of those bladeless chainsaws kids take to motocross things. There's no blade on it.
Damn it! I
Is
want
there
to
an
cut
options?
something with this.
Like a fucking...
Well, the only option I got here is activate tool. It does the same thing the left mouse button does.
Alright. Because it really genuinely doesn't look like there's a blade on it. And it wouldn't surprise me if that was a thing. It's like, no, you only brought the thing. You have to attach different blades to do different things.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it past them.
Duh.
You can attach all kinds of shit to your tractor.
Yeah. It's a great utility vehicle.
You know what,
That's
you know what I think how Wayland Yutani came to this whole alien problem? Is that I think there was one executive in a meeting who heard about the aliens and went, oh, you know, thought occurs, it'd probably be quite interesting to get one of those under a microscope, and then everything else was just a platoon of middle managers.
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir.
Oh, yes, absolutely. What a great idea. We'll take care of that directly. Oh, but don't put yourself out of too much trouble. Yeah.
Triple the resources.
He said not to put ourselves out, but this will make such a good impression.
We have a lot of resources.
Yes. And then then just the corporation works its corporate magic, and the next thing you know, it's murdering colonies.
Wasn't the company different by Alien Resurrection, or do you not consider that canon? So I think Wayland Yutani eventually went out of business.
Well, of course they did. They kept murdering all their staff.
Yeah.
In order to get a bioweapon, they kept murdering all their soldiers
See,
as well.
I don't think Wayland Yutani are that different from Umbrella in that respect. I think, but by the end of it, Wayland Yutani was fucking ridiculous.
I think Wayland Yutani is better because it's more faceless. Umbrella is just so cartoonishly, blatantly evil. I just don't think they were taking it seriously.
I'm West. Well, you know, it was a B thing to come up with in the start. So,
hey, there's a thing in the middle of that field.
I'm Wesker.
I'm going to find out what it says. Then I'm going to go back to the field we ploughed and see if anything's come up.
Alright.
Oh, this is how you purchase fields. Shit! Can't afford that.
Shouldn't have bought all those fucking chickens.
Well, when they start laying, all will be well.
Once you sell your range of artisanal eggs. Drive something off an edge. I want to see that. Drive that off the edge. Drive it up. Yeah, because you're going near the edge.
Fine. God.
Enter.
It's like working with a 5-year-old.
I'm tired of being your wife. We need to see this to the end. The bitter...
Shit! Nothing's
wow, this thing
come
gets
up.
some pace going.
Nothing's come up. Fine. I never wanted to lead this sexless Protestant life anyway.
Your child isn't yours.
To the wind! To the wind!
Okay.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
We shouldn't have brought Invincible brand tractors.
Shit!
Oh, we almost rolled it.
Oh.
Drive it into a car. There's a car.
Shit rolls like you wouldn't believe in Just Cause 2.
Adventure!
Oh, I missed.
You...
Hey!
I love the accuracy of these sims.
Get back here and have whiplash.
I want to die, please. Bonk.
Damn it.
Fucking
I'm not getting-
Scandinavian novelty dimension.
I'm not getting any sense of reckless abandon from this at all.
How long do you suppose until Grand Theft Auto has a farming simulator in it?
Oh, I wouldn't put it past them. They put fucking tennis in it. Might as well put every genre in there.
Go on, there you go, Rockstar. Why
would-
have one genre when you can sort of
Yeah.
poorly manage every single one of them?
Have a Trevor dating sim element as
Put a
well.
fighting game in there.
Oh wait, it's already got dating sims, hasn't it? Hush
Yeah.
my mouth.
Dating sims was one of the first silly things they added. Horrible, mostly abusive dating sims.
Why don't you pick one last question while I see what's over this hill?
If you wrote a children's book, what would it be about? By Eoin Galvin. That sounds Welsh. Eoin. Or maybe Irish. Hire a worker. Run them down.
Shit, we're on the edge of the sandbox. We can't climb this mountain. Now we discover the true hell. If I wrote a children's book, it would be about a farmer who discovers that the land he's tilled his whole life is actually a huge floating island in the middle of empty space. The rest of the world simply evaporated one day, and he never noticed.
Mine would be about a mischievous elephant.
And then he'd travel to the underside of the world, and he'd find
Pudding.
the last of the Mohicans.
The last of the Mohican puddings.
And together they would go off and start their own chutney business. I don't know. What are the kids like these days? They'll start a One Direction fan club.
They'll start a school of magic and wizardry.
So what would your children's book be about?
A bunch of cats and they do human stuff.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. Well,
Kitty days are at an end.
narrow that down a bit. What's the hero cat called?
Lunch.
Good. That's a good name for a cat. It's intriguing. Why is he called Lunch?
Because his parents originally planned to eat him.
Good.
Because they were poor.
Good. This is working. This is like struggle against adversity. Why
Yeah.
didn't they eat him?
He ran away.
Right. Are they coming after him?
No, it's about his adventures on the road.
Great. Abandonment.
Yeah.
The kids love that shit.
They eat it up.
I mean, were there any parents in Narnia? No. Right, what does he discover on his adventure?
The power of friendship.
Bored now. Come on, sustain my interest. You were doing well.
Okay, so I gotta make it miserable.
Okay, he runs away. What adversity does he face?
He gets caught by those people who use, like, real animals with greyhound racing.
Okay, and they strap him to the motorized rabbit.
Well, not straight away. Like, he's put in a cage with the rest of these, like, crazy tortured and tormented cats.
This is starting to get dark.
I wanted him to learn the power of friendship, and you shouted bored.
Well, only because you weren't clarifying. You weren't giving me details.
Well, you know, he
mean,
makes
you're like-
friends with some of the cats, and they make a plot, and they manage to escape. And then you learn that even cats that have,
don't
eyes missing or are a bit damaged are still valuable.
That's but do not be that one asshole in the creative project who says he's just going to be the idea guy.
Ideas. I have all these ideas. I just need, like, an artist and a writer and, like, someone to program the game.
Yes,
like the easy shit.
and someone who knows business and
Yeah.
who can like sell it to publishers.
Yeah, someone with, like, an editor.
Programmer.
You know, if you want to get on the ground floor of Yahtzee and I's idea and, you know, just do all this stuff for exposure, feel free to contact us on Twitter.
I mean, we can't offer much in the way of financial advantage, but hey, haven't you ever dreamed?
Yeah, like,
why you got to be such an asshole?
This is not everything's about money, you capitalist.
Yeah, I'm trying to create dreams here. You're ruining Christmas.
With your pigs.
Because you ruined Christmas so much, I'm going to climb up here and end it all.
I don't think you can climb up there, because...
Or not.
Try and get up on one of those...
Damn it, I'm going to climb up something and end it all.
I don't think suicide's a mechanic in this game, although... You don't seem to have a health meter.
You
should have a time until heart disease takes you meter.
Should have fathered more children.
Ow, my shins. Okay.
I guess we're committing suicide.
What's going on? Like,
I guess we're committing suicide off this box then. Okay, don't try to stop me.
Goodbye, cruel Steve.
Oh, hey. That's better.
That's a roof.
Don't try to talk me out of it. It's all over.
I love you.
No farm hands, no sex, no sheep. I don't even know where that one ended up. It's over. Goodbye forever.
Well... That's embarrassing.
What
a twist. It turns out the farm was all of his own dream. He's really God.
Wake up! That was for all the people who are still asleep.
Of which there'll be most.
Good night, everyone. We committed suicide. Oh, wait. Word.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Almost forgot. I'll just lie dead on this pavement and you can pick the next word. What book have you picked for this one?
Suicide is Painless. I have picked Charlie Brooker's The Hell of It All.
Okay. Suicide is painless. It brings on many changes. Stop. And I can take or leave it. If I stop.
Thrill.
Oh, that could be anything.
Thrill Ride, if you want to take it as a compound.
All right, let's just say Thrill Ride then.
All right, Thrill Ride.
Thrill Ride.
Man, if you'd waited like an extra second, I'd have gotten near-death experience. Oh well.
Again, that could have been anything.
Thrill Ride.
It'd be harder to pick a video game where you don't die. Oh, wait!